Morning. Bad headache, clearly. Terrible. Preamble, pre-broadcast, broadcast. Who's in the door first? If this is the first time for you, don't be alarmed, you have come to the right place. This is just the 4-minute preamble where we just wait everyone to get in, find a space. We have a little bit of a competition to see who can get in the door first, and our usual three are there, Bob, Chris and Debbie. Let's call it a draw today. Everyone's a winner, yes, everyone's a winner. I think you came across that, you came through the door all at the same time. Italy, morning. Come on, keep on coming in, plenty of room. I know we have more new members, so I will continue to reinforce the same messages and the same words, because I want everyone to feel part of this at whatever time they join. Thank you for joining. I'm looking at a little screen on an iPhone, you might be looking at iPad or PC or phone maybe. So if these comments if you don't want to be involved in these comments, I believe you can just swipe them out the way. Just while we're getting in and getting comfortable, in stand or sit, whichever you prefer. Exclusive announcement. Just to say, on Saturday at 11 AM, I'm going to be doing a one-off movement snack, purely seated. And this is because we're getting lots of comments for people that actually standing options isn't the right time for them at the moment. So just to provide some clarity around what a whole movement snack in seated could look like, I'm going to do that on Saturday at 11 o'clock in British summertime. You heard it here first. I'll put that out officially, but that's Saturday at 11. And I know there's some people that will be thrilled to hear that because they've asked. I suppose as well I should shout out, I've got Mum in the back room here tuning in to me. How weird is that? Shout out to all the Rockies that have joined. Come on, the Rock Choir. You can sing while you do this if you want. Should we say 1 minute? 1 minute and then we're going to go, I think. You're getting excited? I still get a little surge just before we go. How are you feeling in these days? Just to say, if you feel that you can feel your muscles have worked a bit of light muscle soreness the day after, maybe through your shoulders as well. When we take our body parts through bigger ranges of movement or put them through strength activities, we can expect to feel a little bit different. This is usual. I want to say hello to Vivian, to both of you. Okay, let's do it. Ready, steady? 3, 2, 1, go. Good morning, my name is Bex Townley. We are here in week 2 of this mission, day 11 of 30, and this is our first movement snack of the day. So this is our first 10 minutes in the movement bag, and we're here. The name of the game, everyone, is to accumulate gain. I couldn't get my teeth around that yesterday. That's what you get from buying your teeth at Pound Stretchers. The name of the game is to accumulate gain. That's why we're here. Pick your position, up or down, switch between the two, and I'm going to add in just for you today, not really, everyone else is going to get it, some additional measures of success around shoulder mobility. So come on Townley, stop talking, let's go. Pick your position, up or down. If you know the routine, just start it already. Don't wait for me to say. If you know the routine and it's becoming familiar, just start your thing. That's great. In stand, remember, support if you need something of an appropriate height to support your optimum lifted posture. And then when you're ready, you just start to bring in your circulation boost. I do this, everyone, just to say this is what we really want our feet to be doing, not this. So a bit of that, not that, okay? Steady pace, this is to boost the circulation. So steady, graded, mindful, focus on ankles. Keep going, please, standing. In seated, if you haven't already, sit away from the back of the chair. This hip-ward movement, this movement has value in itself. More on that later. Seated options, let's go back on the ankle mobility, or you may prefer to start on the upper body with 1 or 2 arms. As and when you feel you can bring those together. If for whatever reason this may be easier, or feel more comfortable, or feel more purposeful to generate some shoulder movement, please do. Pick between the two. This is a 1.5 minute burst-ish, just to boost the circulation. We've all been pretty sleepy in these last hours. This is really important to prepare us physiologically, but also mentally for the snack we're about to receive. Stop, pause, lift up tall, take a pit stop if you want. We're going to move through our whole body mobility routine. If it's becoming familiar and you want to move ahead of me, do so, don't wait. If you want to stay with me, that's okay. Let's start with shoulder mobility. Here we go. If you're in standing, if you're good to stand, please be upstanding. We want to maximise and optimise every minute of standing activity where we can. And this shoulder range of movement here, you can see, takes its time. Finish off the job. By that I mean stop all down after each one. Back and round. Just 1 good one, or 3 good ones, 5 good ones max. That's all. It's the range of movement, it's the quality. Having mobilised shoulders in sit or stand, now we're going up to focus a little bit more on the neck. So here's the side turn, pause. Take your time on this. It's probably unlikely that in daily activities you actually explore the whole potential of this movement, and that's what this is about. Just have a feel, because if we don't maintain this movement, you know what I'm going to say, we lose it. Same in seated, head stays still. Do take this slow, do pause in the centre, it's a slow turn. Anything that turns the head may challenge your balance to a lesser or greater degree. So in stand, have a hand on for this one if you know you need a little bit more confidence. Okay, just have a release, have an extra little foot pedal wherever you are. Let's prepare for the next one. Staying on the neck and kind of top half shoulder head mobility bit. Here is our neck movement. Can you see? Just an ease back. When we spend a lot of time in flex postures, sometimes the angle, the way we carry the head starts to change. This is to help mobilise the neck so that we can literally hold our head in a better position. 1 time, 3 times, or 5 times. Okay, just a little bit of shoulder arm marching here, an extra little burst of circ boost, and then pause. Now we're on the trunk bit, which is the centre, literally, of all of our movements. So pick your position. In standing, slightly wider stance, or both hands on support. Just feel steady and stable, and now we can start to take a side bend, return to the centre. I'm going to turn this way so you can see, and the other way. Now that it may be comfortable for whatever reason, just to release and relax the arms here. Can you see that my bottom half is relatively strong and stable, and this moves. It moves down and comes straight back. It doesn't stay there. Same here in seated. Wide feet for balance. I still want good balance in this seated position, and that comes from buttocks being firmly in chair, feet firmly to floor. And here we have our side bend here, down and straight back up. You might want to pit stop in the middle, down and straight back up. Supporting, just relax the arms if you want to. Either side counts as one. And we're just again exploring with thought and awareness how that feels. We need all of these movements in our daily activities. Let's move on to our next trunk activity, which is turning. Same optimum position lifted, and for this one you might want to just bring the arms just to help with that direction turn. Pause in the middle. If you start to feel that you're getting a bit saggy in the middle, if you can, come up a little bit taller and just ease to a point that's comfortable and come straight back round. And it's the same in standing. Here, turn. Again, because we're turning the head and the body, you may feel that you want a bit more support. That's okay. We're focusing on mobility here, not balance, so really do use that external support. Okay, back extensions. So as the name suggests, this is extending and lifting the back. In standing, balanced position, hands on, support, keep the weight even across both feet and extend up. You may want to place a hand on the top of the buttocks here, or it may be more comfortable the back of the knuckles just to help guide that movement. But if you feel you can, put both hands here, we can go for this. And in seated, it's the same. Hands on the knees like so. Just relax these arms, stand up taller and extend, and as you do so, your hands will naturally slide up here. So we know the movement is definitely coming from the back. In and out of these movements with control in a right pace for you. The right pace is your pace. Ankles and feet on the last couple of minutes. Oh no, I lied. I wanted to give you some additional measures of success and progress around shoulders. So have a go at this. Stand or sit, whatever position you're comfortable. One hand, any hand. Just bring it as close to the shoulder as you can. Can you get to your ear? Can you get to the top of your head? Or can you get to the back of the neck? And then we come back round through those and down. Now you may, and this is really for you to be aware, with a still head, how far can we get? How far can we get? And I don't want you to force this or push this, it's just having awareness. Okay, I can get to there at the moment. Over time, with these movements and mobility, we would hope that we can improve that range. So it just gives you a measure. Don't forget to do both sides. Just be aware that might be as far as you can get today, or top of the head, or back of the head, or back of the neck. Just be aware, and just you can actually take those movements just to be aware how you're getting on with your shoulder mobility. One more to add, a slightly different movement in this. So how do you feel you can get in this movement? But what about this movement also? To the side or to the back of the hip, and a little bit up. So just be aware, in seated it's the same, and we're really trying to keep the head and the posture still, so nothing else is helping with this. It's just to see, where am I? And it doesn't matter where you are, the important thing is that we're aware, and this really helps with feeling that you're doing okay. We understand what our start point is. It's a key thing about motivation and supporting us to stick with things. If you can see that you're progressing, it's a massive motivator. Okay, ankles. Here we go. So on one foot in stand or sit, it's the heel toe. Or if you're in seated, hip walk back for this one. You may prefer the other option, which is the point and flex. Point and flex. 1 time, 3 times, or 5 times on both legs. And it's the same in stand. Now in stand, if you're confident, strong and steady, and maybe you've been walking around this morning already, let's take that ankle mobility into a more deliberate forward step. And as I step forward, really plant the front heel, back heel comes up. So it's a really mindful, strong step. Support if you need, without if you're happy. And we're just trying to translate that. I want to squeeze in. Can we just crowbar in 10 good heel raises? All right, so we've mobilised ankles. Let's crowbar in a bit of strength. So power up onto the balls of the feet. Slowly lower, 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 lower. And again, up and lower. Take up support. Try and shift the weight over the big toe and the second toe. In seated, bring your feet back a little bit. Glance down if you want to. Look ahead if you can. You're rehearsing that movement. And the movement is really trying now to articulate the feet, lift the heels and give the calves a squeeze. And you too, lower, 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 lower. So we haven't got the body weight for the load, but we can still contract and work these calf muscles and prepare perhaps for that standing activity. All right. Do you feel ready for the day? Go forth into the day, everyone, and come back at 12 o'clock. I'd love to see you. Keep on moving. Every movement counts. Every movement counts. Few of those heel raises while you're in the kitchen, waiting for the kettle to boil or in between tasks. If you feel yourself being flexed, doing things, just take a moment to stand up, think about those back extensions. The name of the game, everyone, say it with me, is to accumulate gains. Okay, I'm going to stop. See you at 12. Or if you're watching this back, thank you, welcome, and have a great, I hope you had a good session. See you at 12. Bye for now.